There we go.
There we go.
Got it.
Okay, now I'm going to take over
Red
the
button.
screen and get rid of all you guys onto the side of the computer. And just to start the class first, let me pull up my thing here and talk about some of the things we're going to go over today. Of course, it's September. You can call me Hey You or Larry. I'm recording. Anything, send me to li5678 at live.com. I have 8 different email addresses, so I use this one pretty much for just this. I will send you a PDF format of my 34-page lesson plan if you want it, because I keep adding every month to it. Of course, thank Marianne for all of her wonderful teaching and learning about basic computers. That's wonderful. Okay, you mentioned your question. Again, I have a shortcut here to all the different things that you can go to. Kitsap Computing Seniors on YouTube, my classes on YouTube, Marianne's classes on YouTube, shared documents that Marianne puts up, GCF Global, which has a lot of tutorials that are free. My Ask Leo, which I like him. He does a wonderful job of explaining. And I'll probably get to some of that later today. And a Better Business Bureau where you can go in and check and see how the businesses are going. And then right here is the start of my September class. And I'm going to be cover a few things on smartphones and stuff like that. And go down the list here. Some of them I'm going to go through quickly unless somebody has some questions or wants to go deeper. And then I do have some Ask Leo stuff coming up here later. So feel free. But since you mentioned it, I'm going to pull up my KCS Excel program. Now, notice the background of some of these is a different color. Is this what you're talking about, like this?
No, mine is all it's all gray. Well, light gray where it should be white, and darker gray where it should be darker. And they just they're too close in similarity. It's hard to find where I'm at. Now yours, you've made your background light blue. That's nice. Maybe I should try harder. I guess I'm afraid to mess it up because all the formulas are there, and I just don't like
Okay,
to.
so what you do is you make a copy of it and go play with it and mess it up all you want. So it's I do that if I have a problem, I'll just make a copy of the the Excel program and go monkey with that, and it won't change the original, but you can play with it and figure out where the problems are.
Okay, I should definitely do that. So I should save as play copy or something. Is
Yeah,
that
for example, what I do is right here, I'll right click on this
uh,
and I'll say copy, which this program right here says copy. And then I'll go to my desktop, right click and paste. And then that's the copy. It's never going to change your original, but you can go play with this one all you want and it won't cause any problems.
and is it named copy so you know where you are? You know you're in the right one.
Uh, well, in this case, uh, yeah.
Well, it isn't, Larry. I mean, or is it?
Let me see here. Okay. Um, well, but it's not the one that has the problem. Let me see here. I'm going to make a change here and we'll look at this one, then we'll look at the other one. Options. I'm going to add September. Okay, done. So I just added September to this one and I'm going to save it because it's on my desktop.
Uh-huh.
Then I'm going to go back to the folder where I had the original and I'm going to open it, and you'll see September isn't here.
Where was it? Your September, where did it say it?
Uh, well, right here, see it says
Oh,
August?
yeah. Oh, sure. Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Okay,
what
that's
I
good.
did on the other one that I copied over to the desktop,
Uh-huh.
I'll open that one again. When I open this one, it has September on here. The other
Uh-huh.
one doesn't. So it's copy it, and you can play with it, do all you want to it. If if you want, you could try to send me a copy of it, and I could look at it and take a closer look. Because without specifically seeing it, I don't know.
Yeah, yeah, right. I can't really do that and I can't really show it here because it's um got way too much information on it
Oh,
that's,
okay.
you know.
I understand. But
But
try it and see, because you can
yeah,
go and see all these different things and change things. Like here's pink here, and here's a different green color, and it depends what comes in there and how you got the program set up to do it. So there are things that you can do, but you said,
and
let's
I would have to write my steps down so that I remember what I've done. Right.
see, now you got a thing here that says colors for themes and stuff like that. There's
Uh-huh.
so many places that you can change colors that you got to be careful.
Yeah, right.
But
Okay, I should have
take a
experimented
copy and
more.
put it aside and see if you can play with it and make changes.
I will, Larry.
Okay, and give me an email and let me know what you find out.
I will.
Okay.
Maybe they'll just tell me it's too old and it's wearing out.
Well, that normally doesn't happen.
Yeah, no.
Okay,
Thank you.
here's my class, and I'm going to start off by here's 19 tools you didn't know were on your smartphone. And Ed, you were talking about your smartphone.
Yeah.
See, I read your mind.
Yeah.
So this is from AARP, and yeah, I'm not going to go through each one because there's so many, but they are available, and I'm going to bring it up and take a look, and we can find out what they are. Let me scoot over here. Ah, I just closed it. Just a minute. Okay, 19 things you didn't know your smartphone could do. Okay, and this again is by AARP. Maximize your benefits. Okay, so yeah, one of the other things I like to do is I'm going to click here, and this is number one of the 19. And I'm going to click read it to me.
19 things you didn't know your smartphone could do. The Swiss Army knife of technology can replace the GPS's pedometer, even kitchen timer that you used to buy separately. Want to create a video for all the world, or just your friends, to see? Newer smartphones allow you to take high-quality video that used to mean buying a bulky camera. In this story, smartphones have become the Swiss Army knives of technology, going way beyond making and receiving calls while you're on the go. Yes, they're often described as a mini computer in your pocket. But you also have a radio, a flashlight, even a level for when you're doing handiwork around the house. Maximize your benefits. Make the most of your AARP experience in just a few minutes. Select your preferences, add a second member for free, activate AARP rewards, browse through our newsletters, download our app, and more. Customize now. As smartphones added new features throughout the years, people began relying on them to take pictures, be their address book, wake them up in the morning, and manage their appointments. Nearly 9 in 10 people age 50 and older own a smartphone, according to a 2024 AARP research report. But your smartphone can do much more. Here are 19 additional ways to use your iPhone or Android device and how to tap into those capabilities. All of the features are either baked into your phone already or available as free downloads from Apple's App Store or the Google Play Store for Android. Tip: sick of fumbling with your phone? Some of the functions here can be launched just by talking to it. For iPhones, say "Hey, Siri," or just "Siri," then state your command. For Android phones, say "Hey, Google," or "Okay, Google," then your command. 1. Battery tester for remote controls. Both. See if the batteries in your TV remote controls have enough power to do their jobs. Launch the camera app and switch to the front-facing selfie camera, though in some cases the rear camera also works. Point your remote control at the camera, then press and hold any button on the remote. If all is well, you'll see a pinkish-purplish light flickering from the tip of the remote control, the infrared beam that sends signals to your TV and other tech gear. Replace the remote control batteries if the flickering light is especially dim or you don't see any light at all. Getty images. 2. Calculator. Both. Open the calculator app. You can perform basic math functions when holding the phone vertically. Rotate the phone on its side to summon a scientific calculator that can give you square roots, sines, and other more advanced actions. 3. Document scanner. iPhone, open the Notes app. Tap the icon in the lower right corner. On recent Samsung Galaxy smartphones, open the camera app and position the document you want to scan in the center of the viewfinder. Tap the yellow T button that appears, which places a yellow border around the document. You can drag corners to adjust your scanning area. Tap Scan on the upper left. If satisfied, tap Save It. If not, tap Retake. Scanning capabilities are also built into Google Drive, which is preloaded on some Android phones and also available for the iPhone. AARP newsletters. Get the daily for news that matters. The late Droid on recent Samsung Galaxy Smart T button that appears. 4. Emergency broadcast system. iPhone, you can receive Amber Alerts, extreme weather alerts, or public safety alerts from your local government without watching TV. These are turned on by default when you get your device. To turn them off, tap Settings, Notifications, then scroll to the very bottom of the screen to see toggle switches for various government alerts. Technology and wireless. Consumer cellular. 5% off monthly fees and 30% off accessories. View details. See
It wants
all.
to read everything.
Android, open Settings, Notifications, Wireless Emergency Alerts. You can choose which type of alerts, from extreme threats to public. 5. Flashlight. iPhone, tap the flashlight icon found in the control center. On newer phones, access by swiping down from the upper right corner of your home screen. On older phones, swipe up from the bottom edge. Tap again and hold to bring up its brightness controls. Android, on Samsung Galaxy and Google Pixel phones, drag your finger down from the top of the display and tap the on-screen flashlight button. Learn more live and online. AAR. 6. Foreign language translator. iPhone, you can translate text, voice, or a conversation through Apple's Translate app. To translate,
I'm going to go through some of these
7.
faster.
GPS navigation system. Both Google-owned Waze, Google Maps, and Apple Maps, all free, are the leaders in this category, but you can download more than 50 alternatives to help you get where you are going. Some are specialized, including All Trails, Maps.me, Organic Maps, Offline Maps, and Osamand. All Getty images. Both open the Clock app. Tap Timer. Also in the app, may vary on Android phones. Set an alarm, run a stopwatch, or check the time in cities around the globe. 9. Library. Both Hoopla and Libby are popular free apps that allow you to borrow ebooks with your library card. You can also download free books from Project Gutenberg that you can read with a Kindle or other e-reader apps. 10. Magnifying glass. iPhone, open the magnifier app. It's automatically loaded on phones with up-to-date operating software. If you don't see it on one of your home screens, go to your app library at the end of your set of home screens and look in the Utilities folder. You can zoom in on small type and adjust the brightness and contrast to make it more legible. Swipe up to find other controls. Android, open the camera app. Use your fingers to unpinch, move your fingers apart rather than closer together, to magnify fine print. 11. Metal detector. Both, you're unlikely to uncover a buried treasure. But you can visit the App Store or Google Play to fetch any number of metal detector apps, some that play sounds or vibrate when your phone approaches needles, pins, or other metal objects you may have inadvertently dropped, including precious rings or earrings. The app Pedometer. iPhone. The pedometer built into your iPhone's health app automatically counts the steps you take while your phone is in your pocket, in your hand, or strapped to your arm. To check how far you've gone, click on the Health app, click the Summary tab, and scroll down to Steps. Keep your phone with you when you walk. Android. If your phone has the Google Fit app, open it and tap Home, Steps, and then day, week, or month to check out your steps data. On Samsung phones, you can track your steps through the Samsung Health app.
There you go,
Getty
Ed.
Images. 13. QR code reader. iPhone, QR codes are plastered practically everywhere these days, on ads, tickets, websites, radio. Both. You can download free apps that stream on-the-air stations from around the world or special online-only stations. The list of free radio apps is long and includes Odyssey, iHeartRadio, Pandora, and TuneIn. You also can listen to podcasts, including today's tips from AARP. 15. Tape measure. iPhone, open the augmented reality-driven tape measure app. Tap the measure icon at the bottom of the screen. Several third-party apps are available. Samsung's Quick Measure app, preloaded on some smartphones, works similarly to iPhone's app. 16. Video camera. iPhone, open the camera app. Swipe in either direction so the video option appears in yellow above the red record button. Tap the red button to start and stop. Voice recorder.
I'm jumping through some of these.
iPhone, open the Voice Memos app. Tap the red record button to start and stop. On a specific recording, tap the icon with 3 horizontal lines is identical to 4 options that include changing the playback speed or skipping pauses. Android, free voice recording apps are available in the Google Play Store. Hitting the red record button on the Google Recorder app built into Google's Pixel phones automatically generates a searchable transcript. Getty Images. 18. Weather forecaster. Both. Launch the Apple Weather app on an iPhone or fetch any of the fine third-party choices on iOS and Android whether you're concerned about a big chill, searing heat wave, or whether to carry an umbrella. Some will tell you what to expect hour by hour. 19. Your wallet. If your phone doesn't have Google Wallet, download the app from the Google Play Store. You can add boarding passes, coupons, and payment cards and transact via Google Pay. At retail, unlock the phone with your face, fingerprint, passcode, or other methods depending on the model. Next, place your phone near the terminal until you see Done and a check mark on the screen. This story originally published Dec. 1.
So I had no idea my cell phone could do all that stuff. And I think it's amazing that it can. But again, I'm not Marianne. I don't go through things step by step like she does, but this is available. You can get it. You can read through it. Go slower. You can have your computer read it to you like mine just did. So that was an interesting one on smartphones. I thought 19 tools I never, ever expected. So here's another thing about spam calls. and I'm going to let it read itself again.
MSN 292. Breaking news. Hurricane Francine to make landfall this evening into the Louisiana coast near Morgan City, but the life-threatening impacts extend through much of the central Gulf Coast and inland. DC News Now. 35.8K followers. Never be bothered by a spam call again with this simple setting. Story by Joe Militzer. 1 Mo 2-minute read. In this article, Truby 0.38%. St. Louis, KTVI, are you tired of getting calls from telemarketers, political campaigns, and others labeled spam risk from your phone? Well, there are several solutions that will decrease or eliminate unwanted calls. The first thing you should do is add your number to the National Do Not Call Registry. Unfortunately, this won't fix all of your issues because most spammers don't follow federal guidelines. 5 signs it's a scam call before you even pick up, according to an expert. The solution that has worked well for some is to only allow calls from contacts. All other calls go to voicemail. If you use this method, you can create a greeting on your voicemail that explains that callers should leave a message. Otherwise, you won't get their call. Using this method can help keep your dinners from being interrupted. How to only get calls from your contacts. On an iPhone, open Settings and scroll down to the phone option. Turn the switch on for silence unknown callers. The setting is located near the bottom of the page. For Android, block unknown numbers in the phone by Google app. The app is available for download on the Play Store. Go to the Settings section from the menu. Select blocked numbers and then toggle the switch on for unknown. A Reddit user claims that there is another solution for unwanted calls. You simply answer them and remain silent. The user said they have experience working in call center operations. Remaining silent after answering for about 5 seconds confuses the dialer software. They will flag the number as an error. Expect the number of calls you receive to reduce in about 2 weeks. You can also try using an app like RoboKiller, Hiya, or Truecaller. They block spam calls and texts. Some of these apps require a monthly subscription, but there are free versions available. See what.
Okay, more good information. Now we're going to talk a little bit about Copilot. Interestingly, I set my Copilot up today before I started the class, and let's see if it answers this question correctly. What, if I could type, what is the date? Today. Oh, it was right this time. It said, last time I tried this earlier this morning, it said it was September 10th. But anyway, you have Copilot multiple places on your computer. Down here on the taskbar, I have Copilot right here. And up here on my edge, oh, sorry, I have Copilot right over here that you can just click on. But we'll learn a little bit about Copilot. I have quite a bit. I don't know how long we'll spend on it, but if you want more, I can spend more time, but let's get started and see. Read aloud.
Welcome to Copilot on Windows. Experience Microsoft Copilot on Windows devices using the Copilot app. Copilot helps you get answers and inspiration from across the web, supports creativity and collaboration, and helps you focus on the task at hand. On new Windows 11 PCs and new Copilot PCs shipping into EA and other markets where Copilot is available, the Copilot app will be pinned to the Windows taskbar. For existing Windows 11 PCs, timing of availability and delivery method will vary. At Microsoft, we're guided by our AI principles, our responsible AI standard, and decades of research on AI, grounding, and privacy-preserving machine learning. Data privacy and security is a key principle of responsible AI. We aim to help our customers use our AI products responsibly, sharing our learnings, and building trust-based partnerships. To learn more about how Copilot on Windows uses your data to assist you, see your data and privacy. Get started with Copilot. To get started, open the Copilot app from the Start menu or use the Copilot icon if present on your Windows taskbar. If your device keyboard includes a dedicated Copilot key, you can also use it to launch Copilot. Copilot uses your Microsoft account to provide personalized assistance and access to a wide range of features. Interact with Copilot. Copilot is designed to deliver AI-powered assistance in a convenient manner, enabling you to seamlessly engage with generative AI on Windows. You can resize, move, and use Snap Assist with Copilot, just like you can with other Windows apps. You can use Alt+Tab to switch focus between Copilot and other open apps. Chatting with Copilot. You can ask Copilot a range of questions, from simple to complex. If you want to call your family in Cyprus, you can quickly check the local time to make sure you're not waking them up in the middle of the night. Want to plan a trip to visit them in Cyprus? Ask Copilot to find flights and accommodations for midwinter break. While you're typing into the chat pane, Microsoft Copilot provides autocomplete assistance to make chatting easier. Just use Tab to accept the suggested text. To start fresh with a new chat thread, use the New Topic button to clear your previous chat conversation. Copilot seamlessly integrates with the clipboard and provides the ability to drag and drop images to provide rich interaction, allowing you to get things done faster. Note: performing Windows actions such as changing Windows settings or executing common Windows tasks is not supported at this time. Microsoft's commitment to responsible AI and privacy. Microsoft has been working to advance AI responsibly since 2017, when we first defined our AI principles and later operationalized our approach through our Responsible AI Standard. Privacy and security are principles as we
So I'm not going to go through this whole thing, but basically you have Copilot. 10 and 11 both have Copilot. And like I say, mine is down here on the taskbar. And also in Microsoft Edge, it is up here in the upper right-hand corner. You click either one and you'll see Copilot show up here, and you can type your questions or whatever you want. You can get more creative, you can do balanced, or you can get more precise. Choose what you want. But you can put in almost any question. Sometimes it'll come back and say, I can't answer that question. Here, let me try one. I tried one earlier today. What is the average rent in the US? As of 2023, the average rent in the United States was approximately $1,300.
It's probably higher.
What are the most expensive cities? Other things you can click on. How does this compare to previous years? Tell me more about rent trends. So anyway, it's a way to look up. You can't believe necessarily everything because it's not perfect. But it's interesting because it will come back and give you some insight to what's happening and answer some of your questions. So you have it on your computer. You can use it as you need to. And hopefully you'll take advantage of it. How many of you know about widgets? Do you know what widgets are?
That's a business term. It's anything.
You have widgets on your computer, I assume.
Yeah, yeah, they can be anything and anything. Anything is a widget. Anything.
Okay.
Widgets are an easy way to stay on top of the information that matters most to you in your daily life. We continue to improve the layout and functionality of the widgets board. For example, the default pane now features a larger layout with dedicated space for your pinned apps. There's also a personalized feed to help you discover news and content based on your interests. Let's take a tour. To open the widgets board, select the widgets icon that shows live weather in the left corner of your taskbar, or press the Windows logo key in W.
So on my taskbar, all the way over here to the very left corner is the widgets button. Do you see that on yours? Okay. And there's many different widgets. I just want to go through and make it you understand that you have them if you use them. I like to use them, for example, weather. Come up here, I will click weather, and it will come up on my program here and tell me what the weather is going to be in Bremerton and see the full forecast of everything that's happening. But you've got widgets for all kinds of things. Weather is a good example, but there's other ones also that you can play with. And I'll let him explain a little more, but you have the widgets button over here and all kinds of things on it. You can change, you can suit them to what you want, get rid of some, add some.
Close it, simply click or tap anywhere outside the widgets board. Want to install new widgets? Select the plus icon in the upper right corner of the widgets board to see a list of supported apps. Want to pin a widget to keep it in a predictable location? Select more options in the upper right corner of the widget, then select pin. To move a pinned widget to another spot on the board, simply click the widget header and drag the widget to a new location in the pin section. You'll find other ways to personalize your widget experience on the More Options menu. For example, you can make a widget larger or smaller in the pin section. You can also customize your weather location or hide a widget from your feed. The stream of widgets and news content shown on your widgets board will become more personalized over time. To get started, tell us what you care about by selecting Manage Interests in the Widget Settings dialog. This will open the My Interest page in Microsoft Edge, and from there, you can use the search box to find topics and publishers you want to follow. Browse topics by category and select the ones that interest you. View and manage the interests and publishers that you're following.
For example, over here on widgets, if you click the plus bar, you'll get a list here, family safety, that you can click on, and you can add these to your thing by just pinning them. But there's a whole list of find more widgets. You can do all kinds of things. I just wanted to say that you utilize it, and sometimes it helps, sometimes it doesn't. You can get things you want, and you can try to get rid of it, and it doesn't want to move away right now. Oh, well. Go away. Okay.
Finally, in addition to seeing live content on your taskbar from the weather widget, you might see live updates from other widgets like sports, finance, and breaking news. To customize the widget notifications that appear on your taskbar, select the profile icon in the upper right corner of the widgets board and use the toggles to adjust your notification settings.
So something else you may or may not ever have used. It is interesting, and there's a couple more things I have here about widgets, but I'm not going to go into them. I gave you the basic theory. You know you have it. You can click on it. You can play with it as you want. Again, I like the weather part because I can just click on the weather, and it comes right up here and tells me everything that's happening in the area, gives me temperatures and what's it going to be today, tomorrow, when it's supposed to rain, so on and so forth. So if it's handy and you want to use it, it's available. Here's another program that is available from Microsoft and how to use PC Health Check app. Read.
How to use the PC Health Check app. PC Health Check app brings you up-to-date info on your Windows device health, helping you take action to improve your device performance and troubleshoot performance problems. It is periodically updated based on customer feedback to help you make the most of your Windows PC. How to open PC Health Check. In Windows, use Search on the taskbar to search for PC Health Check, then select it from the list of results. If a PC Health Check update is available, you can quickly install it for the latest.
So if I go down here and type PC Health Check, right here's the app on mine. I click it and it comes up and talks about Windows backup, Windows update, battery capacity, storage capacity, startup time, how long it takes, so on and so forth, and so on. But it's something that if you have a problem, know that you have it and you can just pull it up. So I'll let this go a little longer and then
Latest version. If you don't have PC Health Check installed, you can install it by going to https://aka.ms/getptlthchcap and following the prompts to download and install the app. Here's some of the things you can do in the PC Health Check app in Windows.
so check Windows 11 eligibility if you don't have Windows 11 on your computer, backup, Windows updates, battery capacity, if you have a desktop or a laptop, I mean, storage capacity, startup time. So let's just look at storage capacity here. Manage storage capacity. You can see how much storage you have, what you want to do, how you can get rid of things. But it's a nice little thing if you have a problem. Just note that you do have it. So I wanted you to be aware that it is available. The next one is called the Microsoft PC Manager. You can download it. I have it. So I'm going to go down here and I'm going to type PC Manager. And I have the app right here. And it's going to come up over here behind all your pictures. And it talks about how you could boost your PC speed by using an external thumb drive and putting it in, and it will use it as memory. It talks about a health check here. I can click on health check, and it's going to do a scan. Items to clean up if I want to clean them up, empty the browser, temporary files, so on and so forth. But it gives me information on it. No, I already did that one. Processes. These are processes that are running right now on my computer. If I wanted to end them, I could. But my computer's not slow. I don't use Xbox, so I'll just end that one. But it's a quick way of doing some of these things. Startup. These are things that start up that could slow your computer down. I use and pay for 1Password. It's about $35 a year, but it maintains and saves all of my passwords, so I don't have to worry about remembering them. All I need is 1Password and all the rest. Right down here, you'll see my 1Password, and here's a list of every single thing that requires a password on my computer. My doctor, Google, and I have them by category for bills, businesses, whatever. But if I click on this, it will show Relay Health. And if I want to start it remotely, I can just click here, open and fill, or I could change the password. I can copy the password. Again, to me, this is worth the little extra money of $35 a year. And it's very, very highly rated. And again, I don't have to remember passwords. It will update them and everything else. Uh, let's see. Oh, storage. This shows you the storage on your computer, what are large files, duplicate files, so on and so forth. Storage sense, you can bring up and it tells you uh, how much room is on your computer, things like that. What else? Toolbar. Here's different tools that are available to you. So this is called PC Manager. It's free. If you don't have it, you can download it. Protection. The virus problem, I can scan for viruses, Windows Update, default browser, and I use Edge. Taskbar repair if you need to repair it. So anyway, I wanted to mention those two things. And again, I got them listed here in my thing. Now, the next one is interesting because a lot of people have printer problems. So this one is one from Microsoft support. And let's read it.
Fix printer connection and printing problems in Windows. If you're trying to use your printer and run into problems, here are some steps for common printer problems to try to get things working again. Before you begin, start by running the automated printer troubleshooter in the Get Help app. Get Help automatically runs diagnostics and takes the correct steps to fix most printer issues. Open Get Help. If the Get Help app is unable to resolve your printer issue, try the pop.
Okay, so you can go down here and type Get Help. And it's on your computer. You click on it. And it's coming up. But not only printers, it helps with all kinds of things. So set up scanners for Windows, fix external or Ethernet connections, how to install Office, troubleshoot activation errors. You can type in what you want. Let's just type in printer. Fix printer, printer clean, remove printer, stop printer, set default printer, so on and so forth. So it's a help thing. It's nice to know that it's available to you. And it's something that you can use if you need. And people do have a lot of printer problems.
Possible solutions listed. Windows 11, Windows 10, Windows 8.1, Windows 7. Step 1. Unplug and restart your printer. Step 2. Check cables or wireless connection. Step 3. Uninstall and reinstall your printer. Step 4. Install the latest driver for your printer. Step 5. Clear and reset the print spooler. Step 6. Change a printer's status to online. Related topics. Find out how to install a printer in Windows. Sometimes power cycling your printer can resolve the issue. Turn off your printer and unplug it, wait 30 seconds, plug your printer back in, and then turn the printer back on.
Okay, so you can click on any one of these and they're going to give you information. But it's nice to know people have a lot of printer problems and often they can be fixed easily by just going through the steps and fixing them. And so be aware that you have that available to you. Questions on that? Okay. 6 lesser known built-in Windows features. Read.
MSN.
Oh.
179. Breaking news. Hurricane Francine to make landfall this evening into the Louisiana coast near Morgan City, but the life-threatening impacts extend through much of the central Gulf Coast. How to Geek. 7.1K followers. 6 lesser-known built-in Windows features you should use. Story by Sean Abdul. 2mo 5-minute read. Quick links. Adjust the volume of individual apps. Minimize the blue light emission.
Now, I personally did not know you could adjust the volume of individual apps. I've not tried it, but I didn't know it. So, you learn something all the time.
Emission. Automatically lock your screen when you move away.
So,
Automate tasks with Task Scheduler. Share content between 2 Windows PCs. Capture screenshots and record the screen using the game bar. Did you know you can natively adjust the volume of individual apps, minimize blue light emissions, and make Windows automatically lock your screen when you move away? These are some lesser-known Windows features that you might not have explored before. Let's look at how you can use quick links.
ah,
Adjust the volume of individual apps.
sometimes
Minimize
it
the
doesn't
blue
want
light
to.
emission. Quick links. Adjust the volume
It doesn't
of
want to
individual
listen to me.
apps.
But anyway, these are 6 different things that I didn't know you could control. Blue lights automatically lock your screen when you move away. Uh, automate tasks with the task scheduler, which I knew you could do that. Share content between 2 Windows PCs. Like my wife and I could share content with our computers. Capture screenshots and record the screen using the game bar. So anyway, these are 6 things that you may or may not use. I just wanted to mention them. The next one is 11 hidden Windows features you wish you knew about earlier. Okay, here we go. Let's see if I can get it to start talking here.
MSN.
No.
799. Breaking news. Hurricane Francine to make XDA developers. 22.4K followers. 10 hidden Windows 11 features you wish you knew earlier. Story by Tanveer Singh. 3mo 9-minute read. Set up a God mode folder for quick access to the most common control panel settings. Enable scrolling in active windows to multitask more efficiently. Use keyboard shortcuts for window management, launching pinned apps, and resizing folder icons. Use Shape to quickly minimize all the windows except the one you're working on. As much as I dislike Windows 11, I'm daily driving Windows 10. It's almost 3 years old now, and has become the standard for most new PC users. Windows 10 might still be running on around 70% of the world's computers, but it will soon reach its end of life, at which point we'll likely see a huge Set up a God mode folder for quick access to the most common control panel setting.
So they're talking about God's mode here, and it's interesting. I did this and I didn't know you could, but here's something that you want to do, and you do a Control C and copy that. You go to your desktop, right click, new folder, and you name it what I just copied, and you press enter. And it didn't work. Let me see. Create a new folder in your desktop, rename. Hmm. Uh, I don't know what's going on. It's not doing it. I think I have it here already, though. Just to show you, you can do it and it will be there, but let's try it again. Ah, here. It worked before. I don't know why it didn't this time, but this is a folder oh, okay. That's it. I hope. So anyway, this is God's mode. And let me try this again because maybe I misunderstood. Make a new folder, rename it. I don't know what's going on there. It's not doing it, but I did it before. And it is interesting that all the stuff that you can come up and do. So here it is. And it's got all these different things in it that you can do. And why I'm getting an error between my OneDrive and this one right now, I don't know. It's sort of bouncing back and forth. I'll have to check that out. But anyway, that's something that is available. Let's go down a little further.
Settings. Enable scrolling in active windows to multitask more efficiently. Use keyboard shortcuts for window management, launching pinned apps, and resizing full. Set up a God mode folder for quick access to the most common control panel settings. Enable scrolling in active windows to
Anyway, it
multitask
doesn't want to
more
listen to
efficiently.
me, but I'll play with that later and get that to work because I hate something that doesn't listen to me.
A question.
Yes,
Okay, you're talking about Windows 11, but would Windows 10 be able to do this?
I believe it will. Yes.
I have to try it when I get your newsletter so I can play with it.
Okay, well, sounds good. And I got to play because this hasn't been the greatest time for me, like I said, because I went to the doctor yesterday and he put this thing on me to monitor my whatever, my chest and my blood pressure. And so I didn't have much time preparing. Master Windows 11 features you want more to efficiently work. So get Windows 11 Pro cheap. I have a Windows 11 Pro. It adds a couple of things. And the main thing for me the reason I got it and wanted it is because I can take all of my data on my computer and zip it to a file that nobody can get into. So if somebody was to steal my computer, there's no way they can look at anything on my computer. Use multiple desktops. Customize your desktop. Remove the task view icon, which I have because I don't do down here. If you right click on the taskbar settings, you'll see one of the icons is task view, and I got mine turned off because I don't open multiple windows at the same time and switch between them. That's just not something I do. Multitasking, split the screen. Use Windows groups, which is something else you may or may not use. Remove Windows sharing, clipping, using the clipboard, save clipboard, emojis, focus session. Now, for example, let's see. Let me go. So down here at the bottom of my Word program, they have a reader mode, they have a print layout, and then they have a web layout. And over here, they have what's called a focus mode. And I'm going to click that, and you'll notice it takes over my whole screen. So I'm focusing on one thing instead of a bunch of different things. So that's good when you want to work on one thing and get all the stuff out of your way and behind you. So again, that was in Word, which I've actually turned off now. But that's called focus mode, and it will help you focus on what you're doing. Use the to-do list. There is a to-do list. Microsoft To-Do app. You probably have it on your computer. Welcome to Microsoft To-Do. You can put things you go planned, important things, getting started, grocery list. Here, I got things I buy at the grocery store, things I buy at Costco, the Navy commissary things I buy, Fred Meyer. I buy quite a few things there, but there's unique things. This is a list of house cleaners because I need somebody, I think, to come and clean my bathrooms and everything every couple of weeks because Karen won't come over and do it. But this is the Microsoft to-do list. You have it. You can bring it up. You can put stuff on it. You can assign things. You can put tasks, bank, oil change, plan. I don't have anything planned. Important, take out pictures of my house. So in case the thing burns down, I got pictures of what the insurance will pay for. Anything. Anyway, that's an important thing to have and know that you have, and you can use it and fill it in. You can tie it to your desktop. Working with music. Quick start focus session. Instead of taking the detour clock app, power clock. I don't know, a bunch of things here. But anyway, there's a bunch of features here that you can learn and go through. And let me. So anyway, there's 6 built-in features. There's Windows hidden features that you don't normally know about. Master Windows 11 features if you want to work more efficiently. That's what we were on. 7 Windows 11, 7 ways Windows 11 collects data and how to opt out of them. I'm going to click on this.
Disabled by default in Windows 10, at least sometimes. And that is System Restore. You may know this as an
Anyway, there's certain ways you can opt out of Microsoft getting data. Browsing history, they can take data from connected devices, inking and typing, product and service performance. Microsoft can automatically get this information. They won't use it against you, but they get it to help them make a better program. But it's your choice if you want to provide it to them. So you can go to settings, privacy and security, diagnostics, send optional diagnostics, not send them. So if you go to settings, which I have here, privacy and security, Windows security, find my device, device encryption, inking and typing, customize inking and typing, privacy. About settings, you can change the way these are sent back to Microsoft. I'm not personally really worried about it, but if you are, sometimes I worry about location because certain programs come up and says they want to see your location. Yeah, it's not a big deal, but I don't particularly like it. Search permissions, filter out adult content, moderate, so on. So anyway, there's a whole list of things here that you can opt out of that Microsoft, software update and inventory, location. So there's things that Microsoft collect. I wanted to jump down here real quick because we don't have a lot of time. I've got some of these others that are interesting. 6 steps to fix your browser problems, protect yourself from online scams. I'm not going to get to those, but I do want to get to this particular one. Top 15 ways to fix performances on your computer. Restart Windows. A lot of times, just restarting the window will fix a problem if you got a problem. I highly recommend that. Use the task manager to end demanding tasks. Well, down here, you right-click on the taskbar, you open Task Manager, and you'll see here, this is your processing unit, this is your memory, and if one of these is super high, that means it's a demanding task. If I wanted to click on it, here's Zoom, I'd click on Zoom, and if I right click, it say end task. Well, if I do that, you guys are going to go away. I don't quite want that yet. But yeah, I've seen places, and it's one of the first things I do if somebody says, oh, my computer's so slow, is I bring this up and I look at what is slowing it down. And by clicking on CPU, you can see that Zoom and Microsoft Edge are being used. My memory, Microsoft Edge, Chrome, Zoom, those are taking up the most. My disk activity, Zoom. Of course, that's what we're doing here. But it's nice to know if you've got to slow down a problem, you can click on here and find out. So basically, you go down, you right click on the taskbar, and you left click Task Manager, it comes up. Here is application history, what I've used over time, calculators, this and that. This is startup apps. You can start or stop all these apps that start up. Notice I will do this. I enable 1Password. I enable Microsoft Defender because that's my default antivirus. Microsoft Edge, I want to use that. OneDrive, I do use OneDrive. My phone link, I mentioned that before. You get it, my phone is tied to my computer, and I can see what's happening. Here's photos. Oh, this is my new companion from next door. He's sleeping between our chairs, and he wants me to massage him. So when his mom works and his mother is she works in the emergency room up here at the hospital. She works 12-hour shifts. I bring him over here and he sleeps on my couch or takes over the household and makes me feed him treats, sort of like my wife. She wants treats also. But notice all these down here are disabled. I don't want to start DuckDuckGo. I don't want to start CCleaner because I'm not using it at the time. Uh-oh, my wife's pointing at me. I'm in trouble. But by clicking here, you can choose how to start or disable something. So here's CCleaner. If I click on it, I can right click and I can say enable because it's already disabled. This tells me how much it's using on impacting my computer startup. Well, I don't care. I'm fast enough, but I don't need all these programs starting up every time I start up my computer. That one, PC Manager, Microsoft To Do. I use it, but I don't start it up when I start my computer. Microsoft Teams, DuckDuckGo. I'm starting to use DuckDuckGo a little more because for example, if I go to Amazon and look at something, Google will take it and start, let's say I look at wallets. Google will start putting wallets on my things when I bring up my computer and look at just the general browser. So DuckDuckGo will stop all that, and it was not share that information. Oops, what do I got here? Marianne and Patsy are talking on my email. So anyway, Task Manager, that's very important. That's one of the very first things I do if somebody's having a computer problem is I will start the Task Manager, look to see what's overwhelming the computer and start up programs. I'm logged in as ladlad2017 at outlook.com. This is different programs that are running. So there's all kinds of things with this task manager you can do, but it's important to know that it's one of the first things to do if you feel you have a problem. Open the task manager and see what's slowing you down. Free up space. It's called storage. So if I go down here to settings, system, let's see, storage. Right here, storage. I'll open it up. And this is built into Windows settings, so you have it for sure. It's going through and says, these are the installed apps and how much they're taking up. Here's documents, here's pictures, here's temporary files. So you can see what's taking up space on your computer. There's cleanup options that you can use. So if your computer is getting slow because it's too full, you can use this storage to free up space. Disable startup items. I mentioned that already. You can go here to your apps again, or your settings, I'm sorry. Go to apps and installed apps, advanced apps, startup right here. This again is a list of all the apps that I allow to start up on my computer and the ones I don't. So there's more ways than one to get to these. So disable some if you don't use them. Stick with native apps. I don't play with that, but there's certain things you can do on your laptop that only start certain programs, Microsoft programs, and not everything else. Run Windows Security. I do use Microsoft security programs. Here is Windows Defender, which I have, and here is Windows Security, which I use, and it runs automatically to protect me. And it's trustworthy. Run System File Checker if you need to. That's more of a detailed thing. Unless you know what you're doing, I wouldn't just jump on that. Update for faster drive and RAM. You can update your RAM, put more memory in if you need to. Most computers come with not total filled memory. Use game mode. I don't monkey with game mode. Run a disk cleanup tool. I do that quite often. It's one of the things I do on a regular basis. Let me see here. Under my weekly checks, I have disk cleanup. and it goes through and says, oh, all these apps are here. If you want to get rid of them, you can, but it will get rid of stuff that you're not using. Disable search index. I don't monkey with that, but you can. In other words, there's an index behind the windows that is everything that you have on your computer. So if you want to look something up, it looks it up quickly. It's called the search index. I wouldn't monkey with it at this point. Switch to high performance plan, update drivers. You can do that. Update apps. Update Windows, certainly important. Yesterday was Windows Update. I got updates. So anyway, I'm running out of time here, but my thing is here. The next one is how to make your Windows computer run like new without reinstalling Windows. You can look through that. But next time, I think my next class, I'm going to go through some of these things from Leo, and I'll probably add new things as things go along. Decoding the secrets of fraudulent email, how to keep Windows running smoothly with routine maintenance, 10 ways to make Windows 10 and 11 faster, what is the best two-factor, why I've stopped using Google search. And one of the reasons is because Google search shares the data and you start getting more pop-ups. So anyway, these are here. They're in my list. If you want them, all you got to do is send me an email to lad, li5678@live.com. And I will send you a copy of this 34-page plan. And it's not in Excel, so it won't be in dark there, Karen.
Good.
Okay, I'm going to stop sharing. If you want other things covered, I'm willing to cover other things in more detail. Just send me information and I'll be glad to do it. And if you got problems, email me. I did write down your problem here, Karen. I'm going to look closer at it and see what I can find.
Thank you. So am I.
Yeah. And I'm glad you take care of your picture when your mouth is full, Carol, because then we don't have to watch you chew. So anyway, questions, things you want to cover. I want to jump into things. I'm just putting things up there that I think are important. And I go through them faster than Marianne. I cover more than she does, but I'm willing to answer any questions that you have in detail. Just send it to me and I'll do it. And it's now 2 o'clock, so I guess it's time to log off and say goodbye.
Larry,
Glad
what is the password manager that you use again?
It's called 1Password, the number 1 password, one
One.
password.
Okay.
Here, I'll show you here.
Thank you.
So here it is here. It's called 1Password. And it saves all my passwords. And I find it secure and I like it. And paying a few bucks a year for it isn't too bad. Okay?
Yeah.
Well,
Thank you.
we're ending the session. End. So long. Bye. Half a day. Have a good day.
Thank you, Larry.